Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you some year 12 advice and some first year of college advice for any of you guys starting year 12 or if you're going to a new college or even if you're in sixth form. So remember to give this video a like, comment down below what other videos you'd like to see for the rest of back to school season, and let's get on. So I have all the advice and there's 10 pieces here on my Notion, and if you want to check out my Notion or download my templates, go check out my Notion setup and review video. So my first bit of advice is to make revision material after each lesson or chapter, and with that you need to find a revision method that works for you. It's so important to actually do it once you do a topic. What I do is usually I have a lesson, and if we complete a topic, say sociology, we might complete a worksheet. I will then turn that worksheet into easier flashcards which are simplified, or if it's a bigger topic I will create a mind map. It's just really easy to find a revision method that works for you from the beginning, so then you can consistently keep up with it. Else if you start falling behind on work and revision material and on top of homework as well, you're really going to struggle when it comes to exams at the end of the year. Remember to keep up with your revision material. The second piece of advice is to find a good balance of hanging out with your friends and studying during free periods. At college and sixth form now, you're going to have a way much more free time than you did in secondary school, and this might seem like a big jump once you start. At the beginning you're going to have a lot of free time because you haven't learned much of the topics yet. So at the start I would encourage, if you're going to a college with some of your secondary school friends, or if you've met some new friends in some of your classes, hang out with them and cherish that at the beginning. But once you get further into the year, you need to find a good balance between hanging out with your friends and doing some study. For example, I had a big chunk of my morning on Wednesdays last year in year 12 where I had nothing to do. So at some points I would hang out with my friends, we would watch some Disney Plus and stuff, and then for another section of the time I would do some revision just to catch up on any revision material from the Tuesday, because my Tuesdays were usually really busy. Then I could catch up on the Wednesday mornings, plus having some time with my friends. Advice number 3 is, if your college or sixth form do extracurriculars, take advantage of them because they will benefit your uni application. This is extremely important if you are planning to go to uni, which I'm sure a lot of you will be considering. Extracurriculars really help with your uni applications, especially your personal statement. They're really good to include in. And if you have an idea of what you want to do at uni, try and pick extracurriculars that you could talk about in your personal statement that can link to your topic. For example, I took the EPQ because I found the EPQ was really good and beneficial for improving my essay writing and referencing, which is really good across any of the uni subjects. I would really recommend taking the EPQ. And I picked it on a film topic because I want to go into film, so I did it on Disney remakes, so I had an idea of more of the film industry as well as a particular company. So it's really beneficial when they will be looking at my personal statement. So really just take the time to look into your extracurriculars and pick the ones that you find will be interesting and beneficial for uni. And number 4, kind of leading on from this, if you're not sure what you want to do at uni yet, year 12 is a good idea to start looking at courses and universities that you may want to apply to. At the start of year 12, I actually wasn't sure what I wanted to do at uni, but once I started getting into my media studies course, I found out that I really wanted to do film. So what I did in year 12 is I started looking up certain film courses. I knew I wanted to do something with a bit more practicality to it, so I looked into film production courses across the south of the UK because that's where I wanted to stay, and I found 5 beneficial unis that I wanted to apply to. And I found this really helpful when narrowing down a criteria that I wanted to have, because I would find specific unis in a specific region with more practicality and theory in it, so I could mash the two, and I could look on the uni websites and find out which unis are beneficial for me. If you're really unsure on what you want to do, I recommend just getting a piece of A4 paper and just writing down your hobbies and what subjects you enjoy the most out of your A-levels. Then you can use websites like Career Pilot and BBC Bitesize, and you can find topics within that and courses that you think you would enjoy yourself. Number 5 is to put your true self out there, whether that be through your personality or your fashion sense. And if you do that, the right people will come towards you. Some of you might be going to a new college where you don't have any of your secondary school friends coming with you. And if you put your true self out there, whether that be through your personality, you might be quite outspoken in your classes, or through something like your fashion sense, say you have a particular style that you like, people will come towards you because personalities and styles and interests gravitate people towards you. So on my first day, I met someone in my tutor. We sat next to each other just by coincidence because it was the only seat left. and we actually found out we had a lot in common. We both had kind of the same political opinions, so we kind of bonded over that. We both liked Sims, so we really connected over that, and Animal Crossing, so we connected over games and kind of politics, which is kind of a weird mix, but we also found out that that was just something we really bonded over, and we're still friends till the end of year 12, so that was really cool. I was lucky that I had people from my secondary school going up to college with me, so I did have that benefit. But if you don't have anyone coming with you from secondary school to college, people will come towards you if you put your true self out there, so that's what I recommend doing. Number 6 is if you get stuck on lesson content, ask your teachers for help. I can't encourage this enough. There's no point you sitting there struggling during your free periods and your study sessions, just skimming through and reading through your notes and not taking in the information and not getting it. Your teachers will also be free throughout the day, which is completely different from secondary school. So ask them, whether that be through Teams or an email, just ask them, hey, I'm stuck on this piece of content. Can I either speak to you on email about it, or can I come and meet you at a certain time? Just ask them and they will be free and they will be willing to help you. So I really recommend doing that if you get stuck on any content. Number 7, which is particularly beneficial for college. College is a lot more lenient than secondary. So if you can't complete a task, like if you can't complete your homework due to a personal circumstance, just let your lecturers know. I've had this before. If you are ill or you're feeling a bit under the weather, if something personal has happened to you and you have an assignment to complete and you've realized that you've had no idea when to do it, let them know about what has happened. You don't have to tell them in full detail. Just be like, hey, something personal has come up. I haven't managed to complete the homework fully yet. Can I have maybe a 1 or 2 day extension and I'll get it into you? Say it was set on the Wednesday, I'll get it into you by the Friday. And most of them will say yes. However, don't do this for every single homework. There's no point in you lying, because soon they will catch on to you and be like, oh, they just can't be bothered to do the homework. But if it's maybe once or twice throughout the year, then maybe it's something that you could consider. Just let them know over an email or during class or after class, and they'll probably say, yeah, that's fine, you can hand it in on that Friday. And number 8, leading on from that, is try your best not to skip lessons and homework tasks. As I said, you can have extensions on your homework tasks, but I really recommend not to skip any lessons unless you are like ill, because there's so much more content. The jump from GCSE to A-level is not as big as you think at first, but after a while it does catch up to you and there is a massive jump. So I wouldn't recommend skipping any lessons, because you will quickly realize that you're really falling behind on content. It's hard enough to keep up with the content if you attend the lessons, but if you skip lessons, you'll realize that you'll fall behind and your motivation will also go down, because if you don't show up, you won't be motivated to learn the content. And it's much easier, as I've been through online learning, it's much easier to learn material during lesson time. So I really recommend don't skip any of your lessons and try to complete all your homework to the best of your ability when it's due. Tip number 9 is to use your college support system. My college has a great support system in place. We even have a therapy dog, so we can just go in there anytime. Just go and maybe ask for some counselling, or just maybe if something that I've seen a lot of people in my college do is just go sit with the dog for a bit just to calm yourself down. You can just go in there, you can email them, you can Teams message them, you can see them in person, you can be like, hey, can I have some counselling, can I have some advice? And this can go across anything. My school does mental health, it does homework help, it does uni application stress, it does absolutely everything across the board. So I really recommend taking advantage of that and just asking for help when you need it. And the last piece of advice is overall just to have fun. Remember, if you're going to a college, this is a whole new experience and you need to take advantage of this experience. You'll meet new people, you'll be in a new setting, you'll have a lot more free time on your hands. If you go to a college or a sixth form near a town, take advantage of your frees, go to the town, have some fun, hang out with your friends, but also find a good balance with school. Get the homework done, get the revision material done, and just find a really healthy balance so you're not stressing during college or sixth form and you can have fun at the same time. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this advice for year 12 in college and sixth form. If you enjoyed it, remember to give it a like, comment down below what videos you'd like to see for the rest of back to school and leading into autumn. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and I will see you next time. Bye!